Hello and welcome back to At Home with Travis and Panda, or At Home with PandaDoseVapes.
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 Or overdose with Panda.
So Panda dose on the over with home, Travis. What up?
What up?
What up, motherfuckers? So, people seem to really like the show.
Yes.
We had a ton of views on the show.
Great turnout.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. Yeah, it's a good little house party.
I was happy.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really good. So we're going to continue to do the show, and by the time you see this, it'll be Saturday, because that's when we're going to upload it. Yes. And we're filming this on a Thursday. So, yeah. Movie magic. We film it, then you see it later. Yeah, so what are you doing? Get your little list?
Yes, it's my list.
Okay, so what we're going to do, is we're very close to Christmas. It is like 2 weeks away. We will have one more show before Christmas, I think, and then I'm not sure we'll do a show on Christmas weekend. Probably not. So, but we're going to discuss a few Christmassy things, a few end of the year things, right?
Yeah.
Like our top 3 juices.
So this will be our last show until after.
We might do one more before Christmas.
Yeah, because we have time.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we were excited. We wanted to talk a little bit about.
Excited about Christmas.
We're excited about Christmas.
One of my favorite holidays.
Yeah, it's absolutely my favorite holiday because I get stuff. That's it. End of story. Stuff. No.
No, holidays brings out that childhood experience. Like you remember waking up and looking at the Christmas tree with all the presents and being happy and all the good feelings.
Yeah.
That's what Christmas brings out to me.
And stuff.
And stuff, of course.
Don't let her fucking fool you. She wants stuff.
I always want stuff.
No, but it's, honestly, yeah, I think during Christmas time and during the holidays in general, people are just a little bit nicer.
I love listening to Christmas music,
There's
watching the Christmas movies.
A lot of pretty lights around. It's just a nice time of year.
Watching, what's that movie they always play on Christmas with the guy with the lamp with the light?
Christmas Story.
Yeah, Christmas Story. Love that.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Love that movie.
It's a great movie. They'll play it like 1,000 times.
I love it.
So tonight we're going to do another blind taste test.
Yes.
But if you guys didn't watch last week, what we do is
this time's different though.
Yeah, we each picked a juice for the other one to try. We have no idea what the liquid is, and we'll vape it, and we'll try to tell you what we think it is.
But this time, we're picking juices that the other person has not tried.
Has not tried.
So that way, there's no cheating.
Yeah, and we're not going to give each other any hints, and so we're just going to go off the top of the head what we think the liquid is.
Yes.
It's going to be very interesting. It was interesting last time.
I'll sit here for a while I'm like,
We'll edit that part out. Where she's just sitting here like...
I can't even think of a flavor.
What a goof. So we're also going to talk about what we got each other for Christmas as far as vape stuff is concerned, because we both know what we got each other for fucking Christmas with vape stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have a little bit of a controversy with one of the gifts.
Yes, very upset about one of the gifts.
And what else are we going to do? Our top 3s for stuff that we've had over the year. Maybe some of the stuff isn't from this year, but just our favorite stuff that we've had this year. Stuff we've used this year that we enjoy the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, this year has been my only year. This is my first year of vaping.
Yeah.
So everything is very new to me.
Everything is new to her. Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting.
I'm getting almost to, I'm pretty sure it's like my 6-month mark.
Damn. She's new.
Yep.
I like them new, not like you. That's you guys at home.
Nice.
So yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting. I'm going to talk about a few things that are I've seen trending over this year as far as vaping is concerned. Things that I like, things that I don't like. Yeah, so let's just get started. And we'll also talk about what we've been watching this week, what we've been playing, and that part's a little boring. We're still playing Destiny 2, but the first expansion just came out.
Yeah, and what we've been watching, because I've been watching a new show.
Also, a little boring because I'm sure all you guys have seen it as well. We finally started watching Stranger Things.
Well, you finally got me to watch it because I was scared it was going to be scary. And it's actually really, really good. I love it.
It's a little scary though, too.
It is scary, but it's not... I'm only scared of zombies. I'm not scared of other things. Zombies are the only thing that... It's just... I feel like it can happen one of these days. So it freaks me out. But monsters don't scare me.
She is, and it's not a joke, she is fucking terrified of zombies. In video games, in movies, it's like, if there's zombies in it, she just won't fucking play it.
No. Not at all. Because they can happen. They can happen. You can be you could freaking be woken up with a zombie eating your face one day.
Well, hopefully
and that's like the worst way to die, is someone eating you. Like you're alive and you're getting eaten. And not in a good way.
I think being burnt to death would be worse.
No way. Someone's chewing at your arms and your body.
That would take a long time if they started at my arm.
Exactly. And that's when you have nothing.
Wait, do you hear that?
Shut up.
It's so easy to fuck with it. It's fun. So what do you want to start with?
Well, we usually do the taste testing last.
Yep.
So let's do our three new things are juices, RDAs, and I think you said mods. But you said I miss you to me on my message.
Is that what I wrote?
Yeah.
Fucking autocorrect, son of a bitch.
Miss you that you tried this.
Top 3 miss you.
Fucking
autocorrect. So let's start with top 3 juices then. Now, like I said, this isn't necessarily going to be 3 juices that were released in 2017.
No,
just the top 3 juices that we
love.
enjoyed during 2017.
Yeah.
Mine are all from 2017 because I got to try a lot of juices in 2017.
Okay, my first.
You go first.
Mine's boring. I mean.
Just start with one and then I'll do one. And is this in order? Like you're from third to first?
No, I just
any order.
Yeah, I just put any. Boost breakfast. I really, really love that.
Boosted breakfast. I have the bottle right here.
Is it boosted? No, it's boosted.
It's boosted.
Oh,
boosted breakfast.
I think I spelled it wrong somewhere.
And it is it's like Fruity Pebbles cereal with strawberries and milk.
It's the only Fruity Pebbles I've tried so far, besides the one from Vape Wild, which is Flintstones. So it's the best one I've had so far. So I really, really liked it.
It blows fucking Vape Wild out of the water, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Vape Wild
was where I first started, and I was like, oh my god. It was when my taste buds just started getting like clean. So everything was like nice and all sweet, and like you can taste every flavor. I tasted the milk and the certain cereal. I could taste everything. Now it's like you kind of dim out a little bit.
Well, I think that we just get a little bit overwhelmed, especially when you're doing it,
reviews.
People maybe just don't understand because we're in a really unique position, not in a bad position, but in a really unique position where we're trying a lot of different e-liquids all the time.
So your taste buds get kind of like...
I think they get a little overworked sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean,
and then you're vaping what you love all the time.
Yeah.
So then you're like, you never have a break.
And I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's that we can't taste these things. I think it's just like the specialness of them is kind of lost their meaning a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. Like with anything.
Yeah.
Like even with a computer, the graphics when you first get a computer are amazing. You're like, oh my god, look at it. And then like within a couple of months, 6 months or whatever, you're like, my computer sucks. I don't need a new computer. I need a new graphics card.
It's like living next to the ocean. When you first move, you're like, holy shit, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
And then you never go.
And then you never go to the beach.
Yep.
And that's kind of how it is with e-liquid. I think that we're a little bit, and I'm the first one to admit I'm a little bit spoiled because Overdose Vapes is a primarily e-liquid channel. We get tons and tons of e-liquid to do reviews on. Mm-hmm. And so it's just kind of lost its specialness to me a little bit. That doesn't mean I can't appreciate it. And in all reality, my taste buds are better than they've ever been. And when I'm tasting something, I definitely get all that. It's just not as exciting as it was when I first started vaping.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not getting either. It just doesn't pop out as when you first started. Because when you first started, you couldn't believe that you tasted it. You're like, oh my god. Like, I'm tasting cereal, and then I tasted milk in the back of my throat. Like, you can pin it out a lot better because you're just so excited about it.
Well, we're taking our renewed taste buds for granted a little bit. It's just like anything. When we were first coming off of cigarettes, you're right. It's just like everything is so amazing because you're like, I can actually fucking taste this.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I can taste stuff. I'm used to that. I've been vaping since 2011. And so, it's been a long time since I've had that feeling.
I mean, I've vaped on and off, but this is my longest. Haven't smoked a cigarette. I straight up just said, none. I think I took a drag of a cigarette once, and just because I just wanted to, and it was the most disgusting thing ever. And I was like, why did I ever smoke this? And it was a cigarette I would never smoked anyway. So I was like, yeah. No, I'd rather smoke vape something that tastes good, and I'm still getting the nicotine I need.
My last experience was the same way. Was that I was just like, I can take a fucking drag of a cigarette. I'm an adult. If I want to take a drag of a cigarette, I'll take a fucking drag of a cigarette. Yeah. I took one, and it was just like
disgusting.
It was not only did it taste bad and smell really bad, but like it was hot and the smoke was in my face, and it was just like it was really overwhelming. I was like, I can't.
It's not like what you thought what it used to be.
No, it's like it wouldn't stop smoking. It was in my fingers. It was smoking all over.
And your fingers smell.
Oh god! It was just like immediately too. I was just like, this is so not where I'm at anymore. Yeah. I hate this. Yeah, it's a good feeling that day when you really decide I'm done.
Yeah,
that's a really good feeling. That's a really good feeling.
Favorite flavors. Okay, what was yours?
Well, I want to go close and show them the boosted breakfast bottle real quick.
Okay.
We're back. Okay, so we were just talking about quitting smoking though, and you wanted to tell them a little bit about what the device that actually got you off of cigarettes.
Yes, because I had mentioned in one of my contests, my giveaways that I was going to show you my subscribers that what got me, because I asked them what got them off their mod that got them off of smoking, and also I was going to show them mine. And mine was actually, like, officially, like, I've tried so many different ones, like sticks and whatever, and I even tried mods, the Kangaroo Sub Mini, whatever, and it didn't work for me. And the final one that actually got me to quit smoking, I enjoyed very much, was the V8, the Smoke V8 stick, and it had the Big Baby Beast on top, tank on top, and it's rainbow. It's really pretty, and yeah, and it was totally satisfying. Like, and I think the only reason I stopped using it is because I'm a person that likes to upgrade very fast, and I went straight from that. I was like, okay, I'm ready for box mods. I went box mods, and then like a month later, you got me on mech mods, and I was with that. I was like, I went really fast into already using like series mods. Like,
and when she finds something she fucking wants, boy, you better fucking get it for her.
Or I'll get it myself. Either way.
She's gonna get it. That's the point. So we can go close, and we actually still have the V8 stick here. And the cool thing about the V8 stick, before we show it to you guys, is that, god damn it, it's just a good little device. I use it. Maria doesn't use it anymore. Panda doesn't use it anymore. So I use it. She begrudgingly let me use it.
I'm like, don't drop it.
Today there was like a little piece of schmutz on it. And she's like, put it in my face. She's like, what is that?
And then I'm like that with my thumb. I was like, you're lucky.
She's fucking crazy.
Don't
let her fool you.
I like myself to stay nice. I want you to take care of myself more than you take care of yourself.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're meeting the real PandaVapes right now. When she's in her video, she's like, hi everybody, it's Panda. Fucking no. No, she's mean.
No, I'm not mean. Don't say that. I'm just
hardcore.
If I'm gonna let you use my stuff, you have to take care of it.
She'll show up at your house and shit. putting her fingers in your face.
I don't put fingers in. Don't put your damn fingers.
Get your fingers on my face, girl. So, anyways, yeah. So I use this right now.
Inside joke.
Right now, I have the Wotofo Conqueror on here, and it's just a great little device. I've actually used this to drip with. It'll fire all the way down to like 0.1, and it puts off 4.2 volts. It's kind of like a semi-regulated mech mod. It just puts off 4.2 volts.
It's definitely, well, it fires the big baby beast, and that's like a cloud monster. It's basically one step down from the cloud beast. And that thing's, it's amazing. It's totally satisfying. It wasn't too restrictive. That's what I hated about the Karen Tech Mini. It was too much like I was smoking a cigarette, that it was harsh to my throat. I didn't want anything that felt like I was smoking a pack of cigarettes. I wanted it to be enjoyable. And then I got addicted to the clouds automatically. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Big clouds. And then I was like, oh, I want an RDA now. And I was all freaking out. Every time it popped, I like threw it. I'm like, oh, it's going to blow up on me. And it took me a bit to get into that. Yeah, that's when I met you and I asked you about the RDAs and everything. And once I felt comfortable with what you were telling me, you're like, basically, but regulated mod, you're fine.
It's not going to explode.
So I was like, okay.
She was building her coils, like she was afraid to go below like 0.5, and so it's so adorable.
Well, because that's what they tell you on the internet, but they tell you, they're saying that for mech mods. And I was working with a regulated mod, so it was all confusing. But I fell in love with RDAs. I don't even want to use the tank now.
And I think that's, part of the trouble with vaping. Part of what makes vaping so great is that there's so many things you can do with vaping. Everything from just a regular 1 ohm, clearomizer tank that people will use with like the little tiny stick mods, and they'll be totally happy, and it'll help them quit smoking. To like one of those pod systems.
I actually still have my first stick mod too.
Yeah.
I still have my first one of those.
The Vision spinner mods and stuff, like it's hard to even call this a mod, but like, so, there's just so many levels of vaping, from something like that's just to help people quit smoking, to dripping and like enthusiast, $130 tube mods and shit.
Oh, and we finally got the drop.
We did get the drop. We talked about it last time. We did get it, yeah. We got it like a couple days after.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think we ordered it that night.
We did order it that night, but we got it. It didn't take very long.
As soon as we seen the price, we're like, oh, it's freaking cheap. We're getting it.
And a little spoiler, it's on my list of favorite RDAs already. But what I wanted to say about this, you guys can see, I'm chucking clouds with this V8 stick here, and I just really think that this is, we've come so far since when I first started vaping, is that I could recommend like a V8 stick to somebody, and once they got tired of like the tank, you could literally build a 0.1 coil on here and an RDA, and you could drip with this thing. Mm-hmm. People could grow with this thing. If they didn't want to upgrade right away, they wouldn't have to, but they could still.
Or if they didn't have the money.
If they didn't have the money,
for a mod.
Yeah, they could still buy a cheap RDA, and they could build coils and drip. I mean, it's just a really versatile little thing.
I didn't even know that. I thought basically I didn't have any coils left for the big baby beast, so I bought the rebuildable one, but didn't know I had to buy a tank. I just stopped using it because I didn't have any coils left, and I didn't want to buy any coils because I was dripping. So. And
I think people don't really think about it. They don't think about it like that because it's just this little stick, and people don't really think of it.
I just thought I had to use that tank with it. That's it.
Nobody would ever think to drip with that thing. I just think that's something that people could definitely explore, and it's just something that you could give to somebody who wants to vape but wants clouds, and it could grow with them until they figure out, really what their level of commitment to vaping is. Yeah. Like if they just want it for a while to help them quit smoking,
or if they want to actually make it a hobby.
Yeah, then they can move forward and they can buy their, a box mod or a mech mod or whatever. Yeah. But this is a really good starting place, I think, is the V8 stick. I'm really impressed by it. So, okay, so it's my turn for my first juice. I have mine on my phone. So, I'm actually just looking at my my fucking YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
And I'm like going back and going, yeah, that was my favorite juice. Well, I'll tell you, this is in no particular order, and it's really hard to pick only 3. But
you're picking only one, right? Right now.
Right now, I'm only picking one. Yeah, for sure. But as I'm looking through my old uploads, I'm just remembering, and maybe I haven't vaped a lot of these things since the first time I did. But like thinking back at that time, I remember how amazing these liquids were, and I have to definitely say they were amongst my favorite liquids of the year. And some of these have become some of my favorite liquids of all time. And one of those would be the Kilo Black Series Birthday Cake. I know Maria has not tried that. If you guys have not had a chance to try it, you gotta fucking try it. It is next
Why
level.
haven't we got that? They didn't have it, right?
No, they do have it. I just haven't ordered anymore because there's always so many more juices coming out, and when you're doing reviews, right? Like I just get overwhelmed. They didn't have it at our local store.
Yeah.
No. They had other ones. Yeah, I did ask. They did have other ones, but they just didn't have the birthday cake. But Kilo Black Series Birthday Cake is, without a doubt, the best birthday cake I've ever had as far as vaping. It even, like, we bought some Boost Day Cake, Birthday Cake. Boosted is a great company. It does not even hold a candle to the Kilo Black Series Birthday Cake. It is fucking amazing.
Boost Day Cake, I think, unless it touches your tongue, it doesn't have... I just can't get a lot of flavor from it unless it spits on my tongue, like the back of my tongue, and then I taste it. Like I actually have to get the juice on my mouth, in my mouth, to get a good flavor.
She likes the juice in her mouth, folks. But yeah, honestly, Kilo Black Series, the whole Black Series as a whole, I was really impressed with. But Birthday Cake was a standout, and definitely one of my favorite flavors of the year. And yeah. Fuck, it was just really, 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 really good. And now that I'm talking about it, I really, really want to go buy some. So yeah, Kilo Black Series. Let's take a look, a really close look. I don't have a bottle of it here, but we'll just show a picture of it real quick. There you go. Man, I'm looking at all these. Kilo Black Series Mocha Cookies was really good. The whole Kilo Black Series, I just highly recommend it. The White Series, big disappointment. I'm not even going to lie. The White Series was like all the Black Series flavors that got rejected or something. They were not that great. But the Black Series was fucking top-notch. Absolutely top-notch.
Alright, it's my turn for my second.
Honey Cream from Black Series.
Okay. You and your Black Series.
Let's just say Black Series. Birthday Cake right there from Kilo's Black Series. Fucking next level. Okay, go ahead.
Well, obviously, yous are all, if you guys know me, you all know the next one is The One. It is my favorite of all time. I'm actually still vaping my second bottle on that one. I just love the flavor of that.
And what is it?
It's, darn it. Oh yeah, it's strawberry. It's a strawberry donut and strawberry donut and a cereal milk.
A strawberry donut,
And
cereal with strawberry milk.
No, it's a strawberry donut.
And strawberry milk, remember? It's a strawberry donut with cereal and strawberry milk.
Yeah, and no one knows what the cereal is.
Well, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about what it is. I was not a fucking fan of this juice.
I don't taste cereal that much, but it's very good. I love it. I don't know what it is about it. It's like the strawberry and it's delicious. I think the donut, that's what I get out of it, is strawberry donut. I don't get the cereal that much, and maybe it's a little bit of milk, but mostly a strawberry donut, and it's delicious to me. I just love it.
It's a good donut flavor, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's too sweet for me, but she absolutely adores it.
I love sweet vapes.
Yep. If you like sweet vapes, check it out. If you haven't checked out the one yet, I really think it's worth a shot to check out. Because it's got a good price around it, too. It's like $25.
Yeah.
For a 100 ml bottle.
I think you can find it cheaper too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If you go to my YouTube, I usually try to find the cheapest prices, And I post the cheapest prices on there, so if you go onto my YouTube, on the one, it will definitely show you the best site to go to. And I always put trusted sites that I know, and if I don't know the site, I will always put a second site and let you know the one site that I don't know that much about, but it is a low price.
And we both have reviews of the one, so if you want to see someone who loves it review it, and someone who did not care for it review it, you can watch both of our channels.
I think I mentioned it in like all my reviews.
Don't mention it in your reviews.
No, it just comes up in conversation with myself.
Yeah, and you know what? If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to PandaVapes. She's getting really close to her 100 subscriber mark.
89 right now. Well, I was the last time I checked. I'm getting close. I need to reach 100.
And we want to thank everybody who watched last week's show, the At Home with Panda and Travis, and went and subscribed because she saw like an 11
big jump,
like an 11-person bump, which was really nice.
Yeah,
so thank you guys.
Really good.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that. We just wanted to get to 100 people.
100.
Is that asking so much? Help her out.
Come on, it's the holidays.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Give her a gift. And also at PandaDoseVapes, not to eclipse Panda's achievement of 89, we hit 3,000 subscribers as well on PandaDoseVapes.
I was the 3,000 one.
She was the 3,000th.
I made sure of that.
She did. She wanted to be the 3,000th.
Yeah.
And then it was quickly, we're up to 3,000.
3,000 and something.
2011 now.
Yeah, that day it was stressful because it kept going up and down.
Yeah.
And then it went up enough to where it stayed in the 3,000s.
Once we got past that 3,000, it stayed over 3,000. We haven't dropped back down below 3,000 since. You know, if you have a YouTube channel, you know that struggle of when you get to a big milestone, it just seems like people start to unsubscribe, or it's just you jump back and forth between it. Sometimes it can take it seems like weeks to hit that fucking milestone, but this happened pretty quickly. It happened really quickly because I remember it was a few months ago we were at 2,000, and then it was like a couple months ago we were at 2,500, and it just seems like things are happening faster and faster for us. So really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so it's my turn. My second flavor, the first one I picked a line, Kilo Black Series with the highlight of birthday cake. And there's a couple honorable mentions I'll do at the end of lines that I think are really special. But I think that I have to go with, and this is right at a 1 year ago mark. And so this is probably right at the beginning of the year. It's a Blueberry Something by Adore E-Liquid. Adore E-Liquid made some really, really killer liquids this year. Lemon Ecstasy was really, really good. I have some concentrates we'll have to make. I have Lemon Ecstasy concentrates and Blueberry Something concentrates. I want to just buy some too. Lemon Ecstasy was really good. All the Elite juices that came out this year were really good. The Vapor Chronicles did some juices through her. Not Another Strawberry Vape. Or Another Strawberry Vape is what it's called. All that stuff was really good. But I have to say the one that I really, really enjoyed the most was definitely Blueberry Something. Just a really, really good blueberry bakery kind of flavor. Top notch. I absolutely love it. So definitely something I can vape all the time. And I don't know why I don't vape it more. So yeah, Blueberry Something by Adore. If you haven't had a chance, go check it out. It is a really, really killer fucking flavor. So we have a picture of it right now we can show. And we're back. Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, this one I just recently came upon. It is Hallberry Ripe Strawberry. It's from PandaVapes. It's my most favorite strawberry ripe. I don't like ripe strawberry vapes at all because they come out sour to me. But this one, just I fell in love with it. You can literally taste the seeds. Like it's just like you're eating a very juicy, fresh strawberry, and it's delicious. And
it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good.
PandaVapes.
One of the best strawberries I've had of the year for sure. I'll give it that. No doubt about it.
Amazing.
They have a version of this. I'm pretty sure they're using the same strawberry flavoring, but they have another one that's a cereal.
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk with cereal.
No, it's strawberry milk cereal.
Okay, and that shit is. To me,
strawberry cereal milk. Sorry, strawberry cereal milk.
And that shit was fucking bomb.
I'm not too clean. I'm not good with strawberry milk vapes, but the strawberry in it is just delicious. It's not too. It doesn't have it has a sour to it, but it's not too sour because it has a sweet to it too, but not too sweet. It's just so delicious. If you like ripe strawberry vapes, you definitely have to try this one. It's Hallberry from PandaVapes, and it's actually pretty. It's not that expensive at all. I forget how much it is. I think it's like $17 for a 16 milliliter, right?
Yeah, it was really cheap.
Yeah, it's $17.
It was really cheap. I think it was even cheap. It was $10.
No, that was on their site, and Paul said that's for wholesales.
Oh, okay.
And that's only for wholesales. It's wholesales. It's $17 for just for regular customers, which is still for a 60 milliliter bottle.
Of this stuff?
And the bottle seems so big. Like, even you were like, it looks so big for a 60 milliliter.
Yeah, it looks, it's delicious. It's definitely worth that price.
Yeah, and
a million times over.
It's got great vape production, and it's so good. It's just great juice.
Let's go close and look at the bottle.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, so this is my third and final, but I do, like I said, I do have some honorable mentions that I have to throw out there because I had a lot of really, really good liquids. This was a good year for liquids. I've had dozens of really, really quality juices. But if I'm thinking of juices that really blew my fucking socks off at the time, VSO Red by Vaping Swag. It's a very small company. Vaping Swag is a real good friend of like the channel, a good friend of the community. He does shirts and different stuff. You can go to his website. It's vapingswag.com. The VSO Red is like it's like a strawberry cereal kind of thing, right? But the strawberry flavoring that he uses, he actually makes himself with strawberries he fucking grows on his farm.
That's great. I've seen that review from you, and that's amazing.
It's the
I
best.
want to try that so bad.
It's the best. It's the best.
I don't know how you haven't bought me that.
It's hands down, hands fucking down, the best strawberry vape I've ever had.
Why haven't you bought me that?
We need to buy some, 100%. And it's reasonably priced. It's not like what you would call like this ultra premium, fucking $30 for 30 ml bottle. It's not. It's a well priced, good liquid. And okay, and so some honorable mentions. Emergency Vape Stash has some really, really killer liquids for cheap prices. Their vanilla custard, which there's a review for on my channel, best vanilla custard I've ever had, without a doubt. Tons of vanilla, really, really good liquid. Could have easily been on my top 3. If I had a top 5, it would have been on the top 5 for sure. All the Casadaga stuff that we've had this year, I'm pretty sure that's not from 2017. I'm pretty sure it's from last year. But Can Only Be Nuts, the pistachio one, top notch, absolutely top notch.
Oh, know what other juice I liked that I recently tried? What is it? The Clubhouse from Black Label. Who does the Black Label? I just recently got.
Oh yeah. We're back.
We're back. Yes, it's I'm not an Apple vape person because I just got worn out from doing sample box in the beginning of my vaping, and they always sent me Apple vapes, like real Apple vapes, and I just got kind of worn out by them. But this juice
Vapecraft.
Vapecraft. Yes, this it's a apple cereal, and it's just delicious. It's a very good apple, and it could easily be an all-day vape, like, because it's a very low-tone apple. It's not really like sour or anything. It's just a nice apple vape.
And if you guys
like
know her,
vapes.
she's not big on apple at all.
No.
Okay, so a couple more just real quick that I wanted to throw out there. is that Vaptasia had a really killer year. They released the Parfait line and the Fruit and Custard line, both amazing. Righteous Awakened Elixirs, which I have their hat on right now. That whole line was fire. Absolutely fire. They had one called Temptation. They had one, they have tons of them. There's a big line, and literally every juice on the line was a winner. Absolutely. They had one called Rapture. Fucking fire. All of them were fire. The Milkman this year, they reformulated the original Milkman, which became like one of my favorite liquids. We vaped a ton of it. Plus they had things like Little Dipper came out this year. Strudel House came out this year. Killed.
Oh, another one that we liked on our trip that we found. The pistachio.
Pistachio cake.
That was delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious juice.
There's
so many.
There's just so many. Yeah, there's just a ton of them. This year was a really good year for e-liquids, and thank God we're just getting a ton of good liquids lately, and that makes me very happy. Yeah, also Unicorn Cakes from Vape Breakfast Classics. Very good fucking liquid. I like that one a lot as well. Okay, so next
is going to be our 3 favorite RDAs of the year.
Now, can we do RDAs and tanks? Just
any
kind of vape device?
Yeah, but you put RDA, so.
Yeah.
I just picked RDAs.
Okay.
Alright, well, my first, because it was the first one I've ever got, and because it's a great RDA, is the Pulse Period, but the Pulse 24, or the 22. They're both great RDAs. I think they have a great flavor, and I just love their squonk. The way they squonk, how he made it so the juice goes back, it's fantastic, and just the flavor is amazing. And
also, one of mine is going to be the Pulse 24 as well, and so we can show the pictures. Be for both of us. We don't have to show 2 separate pictures of the fucking Pulse. The Pulse 24, like she says, amazing flavor. A lot of that's due to the fact that the airflow is really unique with those little tubes.
And so easy to build on.
Super easy to build on. One of the best decks.
You can't build it and get a nasty flavor. I've built it in so many different ways, and I've always had fantastic flavor from it.
Build a single coil, dual coil. That thing is a fucking workhorse. It's well priced. It's got great flavor. It's a great squonk, fucking RDA, which squonking is really popular, of course. And god damn it, it's just a cool looking RDA as well.
Yeah. It is. I love it.
Me too.
It's one of my favorites.
So let's go close. Check out the squonk real quick, or the squonk. The Pulse. We'll show you guys a quick picture of the Pulse, and then we'll get to Maria's number 2. I can't speak English tonight.
Am I making you nervous?
She's so beautiful, it makes me nervous.
Alright, let's show them the picture.
Let's do it. And we'll get to Maria's number 2. I can't speak English tonight.
Am I making you nervous?
She's so beautiful, it makes me nervous.
Alright, let's show them the picture.
Let's do it.
We're back.
So, what do you got on your second one?
The Areolas is my second. I really like that little RDA.
Yep, areolas, not the areolas, because that's your nipples.
Oh.
The areolas, definitely not from this year.
I pronounced it wrong in all my
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're saying my areolas.
My
I just
areolas.
love my areolas.
I love vaping off of
They're
them.
22 millimeters. People are like, damn, girl. Yeah, no, the areolas light is the ones that we have. They're the aluminum ones.
Yeah, I really like it.
So yeah, 22 millimeter RDA, not from this year, but in my opinion, probably the best flavor atomizer, if not one of the best flavor atomizers on the market.
And it's very nice looking. It's classy looking. I love the look of it. I like it.
It's got a, it's a 22 millimeter device, so the build deck on it is a little bit cramped, but I've never had trouble building on it.
No. I've never had trouble building on it either. And for me being a kind of a new builder, I thought I was going to have trouble building on it, and I actually don't at all. I have more trouble building on the Goon than on that.
Yeah. No, the Goon, God bless its heart, man, but it has some issues as far as, like, just there's no separation in those clamps. It's just one big open space, and so it can be a pain in the ass. But Aeolus killer build deck for certain builds, for smaller builds. You're not going to be throwing your 20 wrap series builds in there. But for a single battery tube mod or something, a 22mm tube mod, I think it's a damn fine ODA.
Yeah, it has good flavor too. Damn
good flavor. Not going to be on my list because I think it was on my list last year, but we can go up close and check it out. We have 3 of them in this house, so. We're back. The fucking crazy thing about Maria bought us both an Aeolus. My old Aeolus's grub nut screws stripped out, and I couldn't even get them out of the device anymore. So we got new ones. I got one, she got one, and I had mine sitting on my Praxis mod next to my computer, and overnight, right? And so the next day, we didn't. Okay, so bear in mind, we're sitting on the computers. We didn't notice the whole time. We didn't notice anything crazy happening. No noise, no fucking explosions, no nothing. Okay, so the next day I come out and I'm like, I noticed that my drip tip on the Aeolus, which is like Delrin, is kind of caved in a little bit. And I thought that it was because I had dropped it on Thanksgiving. But I started looking at it and I started trying to take it off, and I'm like, this isn't chipped or broken. It's melted. It's fucking melted. And literally, what had happened is that the battery wrap that we had on it, we rewrapped our batteries.
Took the battery out.
Yeah, because I took the battery out.
About the shape, how weird.
Yeah, so I took the battery out of the mod. The Praxis is this little tiny mod. If you guys are not familiar with it, you should go check it out. It's a killer mod. It really is. But so we had rewrapped our batteries, and some of the wraps we used were some what the fuck is wrong with me? Superhero wraps. And so I pull the battery out, and there's a little diamond-shaped...
It's like perfect diamond.
Perfect diamond-shaped section, like it had been cut out of the wrap. And so what had happened overnight, or while I was sitting there, or something, is the battery, the exposed metal part of the side of the battery, had made contact with the exposed metal part of the Praxis mod, right? And had basically shorted the battery.
Made a little diamond.
Made a little diamond, and what had happened is that it had heated up the mod. If you've ever shorted a battery in a mod, what it does is it immediately it starts conducting electricity throughout the body of the whole mod. And so it heated up the whole mod super hot. Apparently, we didn't even notice this. The battery did not vent, but it totally destroyed the battery. Yeah. I tried to put the battery on the charger. It won't even register. The battery's totally destroyed. But it didn't vent. Thank God. Amazingly. But it got the mod so fucking hot that the cotton in the RDA was completely dry. Yeah. Not burnt, but dry. And the drip tip had melted down inside of the Aeolus. What drip tips did you have? I had the wide bore Delrin drip tip on it.
Yeah, and it melted inside, so you can even like...
It melted down into the airflow holes. If you know anything about the Aeolus, it has top airflow, and which prevents leaking, provides great flavor and stuff. But this top cap, it's a really unique design for the drip tip. It had melted down into the airflow holes. Luckily, I had my old Aeolus, so I kind of took that part off and put the old part on there, kind of mixed and matched, and it looks cool still. I mean, and it functions, but that was a scary, scary thing to happen because we just didn't even realize it was happening. Now, by all means, I could have been sitting there while it happened and just didn't realize it, but what if it had vented or something? It's just a little scary.
And you were there, and your computer's right there, and that could have been on your face.
Yep.
Like literally, we did not hear anything, like nothing at all.
Because the battery did not really, apparently didn't get hot enough to release any vent or to get thermal runaway and explode, thank fucking God, you know.
Or thank God you didn't go to use like.
Or to touch it, yeah.
It was crazy.
But it was crazy, and so just a little word of warning. We got way off topic, but be very careful when you're rewrapping your batteries. Use high quality battery wraps. Sometimes we all want to have the cool superhero wraps and shit.
But they're thin.
And you can tell right away that they're thinner.
You can see right through them. Like
yeah.
You can just yeah.
The best bet is to go to some place like where's the place that I buy batteries from? iLoom.com or IMR batteries.
IMR batteries got great wraps.
Great wraps.
I'm still using the wraps that they gave me when I got batteries from them, and the wraps are great.
Just go, it's not even expensive, but spend that, just you're gonna have to bite the bullet. Sometimes the things that look the coolest just perform the worst.
And I don't understand why they make them thin.
No, I don't know.
Like it seems like even the ones you see online, you can just see that they're thin looking. Like why don't you just make nicer battery wraps with superheroes on them?
Absolutely. It's hard to find high quality battery wraps that have cool designs, and that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, my second favorite. Now this is gonna be really weird for you guys, because you guys know me. I'm a dripper through and through. But my second favorite device, the device that I found myself using, now this is like atomizers, that I found myself using tons and tons, was the Innokin Scion sub-ohm tank. Now, it was just it's a 24 millimeter sub-ohm tank. They released a build deck for it, or like a rebuildable deck for it, which I use all the time. It's just a super solid fucking tank. Originally, they released it as part of a kit with the MVP 4. Then they released it alongside of the what the hell's the name? Oceanus 2700 mod, and so
I was gonna get that actually a long time ago.
And it's that, I tell you what, if you're looking for like a 2700 starter regulated kit, go for the Oceanus because it's a good performer.
It's really nice looking.
Very nice looking. They include two 2700 batteries of high quality
and and rubber holders.
Yeah, little rubber holders for them. The mod, it's great.
So much stuff.
It does, and it comes with the Oceanus tank. It comes with the Scion tank, extra coils, and the rebuildable section. And that tank, it provides great flavor, tons and tons of clouds. It is like one of the cloudiest sub-ohm tanks that I've ever seen. It's got a really low profile. It's short, but it's 24 millimeters. So
the only thing I didn't like about it was that the drip tip. I just don't like that you can't exchange it. You can't put your own. And it was kind of weird to me. I didn't like it.
It's not a. We'll show a picture here in a second, but it's not a replaceable. It's not a replaceable drip tip. It's part of the device.
Kind of looks spacey.
You unscrew the drip tip, and that's how you fill. It's a top fill tank. The only other thing that I didn't like about the tank is it's not hybrid safe. A lot of people don't. Yeti's gonna fucking be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Most people don't use tanks with mech mods. I do, and especially if it has a rebuildable deck. I like to use it on my mech mods. You cannot use the Scion with hybrid mech mods because it does not have a protruding 510. So that's one downside. But if I'm being honest, and there's probably better sub-ohm tanks out there that have more clouds or whatever, right? But I just found that I used the Scion a lot because it had a good combination of clouds and flavor. So let's go close, show you a quick picture of that, and then we'll be right back. High class vape.
Yeah, but they have a few websites, I think. Yeah, they have something called Vapor.
Why don't we just show a picture of it real quick?
Yes.
We're back.
I hate to stop. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
They drop RDA. Besides that, I just said I hate the top of it. The top, it does not come off very easily at all. I'm about to take
And the top cap doesn't come off very easily at all either, to be honest.
I'm about to take the O-ring off of it.
Yeah.
Because I hate that I can't just take it off and drip into it very easily. I have to like...
Take the drip tip out. There's a big old hole right there.
No, because I have a 510 in it.
Oh. The drop does take 810 or 510. It has an adapter for both.
And I just got this, what is it? Did you say you got me today? The e-liquid that you got me with the little price
Oh,
inside?
Pop D's.
Pop D's, and they came with the little clear 510 drip tip, so I wanted to use it. But now I can't get my top off to drip into it. So yeah.
Kind of pain.
The problems I have.
So is it still your favorite?
It's still my favorite, but I am going to take the O-ring off so I can just I can drip into it very easier. Because right now I'm like struggling to get juice into it.
It is a pain.
My bottom part, it comes off fine. Like,
yeah, and that really pisses me off.
I guess
mine doesn't.
I lube it.
Mine is lubed, okay? So, the drop, what do you like about it?
The flavor is amazing. I love the air flow is unique, and it's just a very good airflow. And it's I just love the flavor. I love the build deck. The build deck is so unique, and it's kind of like the Rabbit, but better. I did my build so fast in this, it was crazy, and I was like, wow. And it's unlike the Rabbit. I always had problems getting my ends cut on the Rabbit without like I said before, I don't like destroying my things, and I always would cut my metal, like scratch the inside of my metal to get the ends cut. With this, it's just so easy to
cut the leads, you mean?
Cut the leads, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy deck to build on, and how they have it tilted so your leads stick out when you put them in, so it's so easy to just cut them right off. I love it.
Mine is also going to be so we don't have to show two different pictures. That's not why I'm picking it, but definitely mine is the drop as well. We just got the drop like a week ago, but in this last week I have grown to love it. It is everything that I wanted the Dead Rabbit to be. It's
everything I thought the Dead Rabbit was
yeah.
until I tasted the Pulse and the Dead Rabbit at the same time.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh.
We have several Dead Rabbits, and we did give them a fair shake. And to be honest, I still do use the Dead Rabbit. But what we did is we had suspicions that the Dead Rabbit was not giving 100% accurate flavor on a lot of juices, because there were some juices like White Girl, My Juice, that we just were tasting the Dead Rabbit, and we knew it's not supposed to taste like this.
Yeah.
And so we would do comparisons. We would use the Pulse, and with the same build, we would use the Pulse and the Dead Rabbit, and there's just a marked difference between the flavors on those two devices.
It brings out a different note of flavoring. Like, it brings out sour notes on like certain juices, and it's just weird.
It seems to highlight certain notes and kind of deaden out other notes. The airflow in the Dead Rabbit is extremely unique, but I think
you did it correctly.
It was a little restrictive as far as the airflow, and to me, the reason why I like the drop is because it seems like they addressed those issues and kept the same deck philosophy, like the same deck idea, which is like this. I wouldn't call it postless, but it's just a very unique post design. I love the drop because the airflow has a notch on top, so that it's directly against the coil, like it's hitting the side of the coil. Then it has this little slots, these little vertical slots on the bottom.
There's so many options of airflow.
Well, yeah, but the bottom little sections kind of take, if you just build it normally, those bottom airflow sections are bringing air underneath the coils, while this top section is blowing air
massive flavor.
Right against the...
Massive flavor.
It's giving you tons of flavor, but also tons of airflow, tons of clouds.
Yeah.
When you put the cotton in, the cotton kind of gravitates towards the center, so that when you're dripping...
And that's what a 510. Like, I don't ever get clouds with a 510.
It's cloudy. And when you just drip through the drip tip, it goes right down into the middle.
Because how the coils are set, it's just right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, you cannot miss at
No.
all.
Nope, it's super easy to wick, super easy to
Even
build.
with it, if I dripped into this 510, it would be fine.
You're gonna get there. And we have not used it for squonking yet, but we'll get to that. Panda's got a new squonk coming, and so we're gonna try it with squonking as well. I can only imagine this is gonna be a terrific squonking device.
Definitely, I'm excited.
Me too.
Super excited.
Me too. So that was our favorite RDAs. Now, we're not going to do, we don't have to do like...
the Goon is also on my list, too.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I did just try that.
It's new to her.
Here. And I can honestly say the drop in the Goon is close with flavor. It's very,
the Goon's
very
got
close.
great flavor, yeah.
I think the drop in the Goon is very, very, very close with flavor.
There's something about the Goon. It's very simple, but there's just something about that fucking mod, or that RDA, that has terrific flavor. And tons of clouds.
Tons of clouds. Oh my god, amazing.
The Goon's always going to have a special place in my heart, and I think it'll get an honorable mention from us as a timeless RDA that through this year, last year, and next year is still going to be something that we probably use in the foreseeable future. So, good on you to the Goon and 528 Customs. They're the ones who make the Goon. So keep up the good work. Okay, so we did our RDAs. One of mine was a tank, but that's okay. There's other RDAs, of course, that came out that are good. I think that the Dead Rabbit deserves at least an honorable mention because it did come out of nowhere for a very reasonable price, and a ton of people swear by it. And it looks great, and it is easy to build on.
With certain juices, it does have good flavor. It's just certain juices it doesn't. It kind of mutes out things.
It's not what I picked. It's not what I would choose to do like a review with, for sure.
No, and I was doing reviews with it for a while, and I did like the flavor until I kind of messed it when I compared it with the Pulse. I was like, wait a minute, there's something going on here. Definitely. But the Belt Deck's amazing on it still, and it does. I think with juices or candy vapes, I think it would be good with those. But with custards and stuff like that, and mixed with like strawberries and stuff, it's going to bring out the sour, the strawberry, which we noticed.
And kind of berry.
Rather than the custard.
And kind of bury the other flavors.
Yeah.
But you know what? Without the build deck of the Rabbit, we wouldn't have this amazing drop. And
exactly.
So, honorable mentions to the Rabbit. I think
like
that it has a place.
First RDA that came with an awesome, with a nice, what the hell?
The drip tip? Comes with the Ultim one, right?
No, it came with the colors.
Oh yeah.
The Goons, the style.
Yeah, 810, but it comes with tons of different colors. And I tell you what, the Black Rabbit with that purple drip tip is about the coolest looking RDA
I should have got you
that was released last year.
But you wanted the steel. You want the.
Oh, I'm totally happy with the stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Still my. Okay, so yeah, now as far as mods, now we don't want to spend like a ton of time. We've already spent like an hour talking about RDAs and juices, but we just want to talk about a few things. Squonking, obviously, while it has made like resurgences throughout the years, it's kind of always been.
It's becoming popular now.
It's always kind of been like a high-end thing, like European stabilized wood squonk mods. Were fucking $500, and that was always kind of like out of the reach of the normal vapor. I do give a lot of credit to Kanger because they did release a couple really cheap squonk mods.
Yeah, I have one.
And you have one, and they're not great. But god damn it, it did put them in hands of people who couldn't afford them otherwise. And that's kind of started this whole thing where now we have the Pulse squonk bots, which is fairly cheap. I think it's like $40-something, right? And
E-Cig made, or there's a bunch of like cheap squonks out there. And I love squonking. Of course, you have to find that squonk that's right for you. I haven't found one that was right for me yet. I just wasn't happy with the Kanger Tech is nice, but it's heavy, and it just wasn't something I would want to carry around all day long. It's more of a travel
Like if you're going to be in a car or something,
yeah. Going on a road trip, it would be nice to have. But for me to carry around all the time, it's kind of bulky and big.
And it was regulated.
And yes, and it's regulated. But because at the time I wasn't doing mech mods yet, so I was looking for regulated squonks, which is super hard to find. Actually, most of them aren't regulated, or that I knew of. That I always thought if they didn't have the digital numbers that they weren't regulated, but you said they are regulated inside. Right?
Yeah, they're like semi-regulated. Yeah.
But I always thought they were just not regulated.
But then now it seems like a lot of the squonks that came out are regulated, and we were kind of struggling to find like fully mechanical squonk boxes, and that's kind of like where she was at. So for Christmas, I'll just skip ahead a little bit. For Christmas, what I got Panda is I got her the new Rig Squonk.
I'm so excited.
It's not it's not fully mechanical. It's mechanical, and but it has one wire inside of it that just goes from the firing pin to the RDA. But it's mechanical. It's beautiful. It looks really, really nice.
I got it too. I got the color to match my phone.
She got rose gold.
So.
We're really excited about it. I can't wait for it to get here. It just, like, we were going to get her the Pulse, but she didn't really like the firing button on that.
It's too big. It was too bulky. Like, I didn't understand why they had to make it so, like,
the
boom.
button, you mean?
The button.
Yeah.
Fire button is, like, boom, in your face. And I was just like, oh, what is up with that? Why does it have to be so big?
And I think that, ooh, that's what she said.
I'm not into spacey looking mods, and it kind of reminded me of like a spacey kind of look to it. How it's silver, I don't know. It just didn't look.
And with the low price, which I think is great, you're also not getting the same level of materials. Whereas with the one that I got her from Vape Amp, which is the Rig Squonk, I think it's just built a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
This will be my first expensive mod, squonk mod, and nice, like, and authentic. Well, you gave me my first authentic mech mod.
The broadside.
Broadside, and now my first authentic. Well, I can't even text authentic, but.
I'm getting her first nice fucking squonk box, and so that's what I got her for Christmas. So that's what we're jumping ahead a little bit, but so squonking made a big comeback, but also series mods have made a big comeback. Now back in the day, there were series mods, but like there was a lot of things like stacking 18 350 batteries like that, right? But this year was kind of like the year of the stack mech tube, which I have a couple. I have a what the hell is it called? An Able stack. I have a Battle Master.
Yeah, I fell in love with them. So.
A Battle Master box / extendable tube, and so she kind of just started to like the idea of 8 volts, and so then we got her a Noisy Cricket. And so she's really been, and then we also got these newer, we don't have one here, but we got some other stuff. We've just kind of been buying some clone things from 3F Vape
it looked really
series.
nice. We wanted something that had like a picture, like something nice on it, because most of them are just bare, nothing. And we just found one that had a really cool plaque on the side of it, and we just bought it, and it's really nice looking.
And so she's just been really into
series mods. We were looking for easy buttons because of my hands.
Yeah, that's another thing is that Panda has carpal tunnel. And so she has a very limited amount of mods that she can use. And so we wanted something that would be comfortable for her to use. And so she's been using a lot of series mods. Series mods have made a big comeback this year, and so that was our favorite things about this year as far as mods have been the resurgence of tube mech mods and series mods.
Yes.
Yep, and we're still on the fence about squonking because we haven't really got a good squonk yet.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about this squonk because I've seen it and it looks gorgeous and the buttons it looks nice. I just hope it's easy. It's an easy fire button. It's not going to be like hard to press.
It looks nice.
Like it'll be fine. I'm really excited. And of course the bottle. I always Usually, what I've heard, you usually always have to buy your own bottles because they come with
Pretty stiff.
really stiff bottles. So I'm most likely have to get me another bottle.
Yep, we're gonna do like a little soft, those soft rubber ones.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But I'm super stoked about it.
And so what she got me, as you know, as a return, she got me a few other things. She got me a new monitor, a curved monitor for my computer. But that's not vape related. What we did, while we were on VapeAmp's site, we noticed that the V2 rigs were on sale from $150 to $45.
Which sucks that we caught it kind of late because I seen this dragon scale one.
That's really nice.
I wanted to get you so bad, and it was sold out. And I was like, damn it. It was so nice.
But the issue here was we didn't really notice until it was too late.
I didn't know what a hybrid disc was.
Okay, so apparently the V2 was meant to the V2 rig. I'm using the V3 rig here, which comes with a normal 510 top cap. The V2 did not come with a normal top cap. It was meant to be hybrided with the Roughneck RDA, which basically does not have a 510. It screws all the way down on the mod. But it did normally at least come with a hybrid disc, which you would screw into the mod, and you could use any RDA on. Now, they apparently don't have any fucking discs left, and so they're selling these V2s.
With nothing.
Basically just the tube with a button, and it's unable to be used unless you have a Roughneck RDA. And so we caught this late. We did try to cancel the order, and we ended up talking to the guys at VapeAmp.
I canceled it like right after I ordered it.
Yep. But we ended up talking to the guys at VapeAmp. They were super nice. In all fairness, they were super nice. I talked to the guy. Maria talked to the guy. He called me. I talked to him as well.
It was really weird because I called him for the reason of the my refund, and then he mentioned out of nowhere, he's like, well, I need to speak to Travis too, which was just weird to me. I was like, he's like, for his order. I'm like, okay.
I think it's because we all come into the same address, I'm sure.
It was just,
But he was nice. He knew about the show, and he also, I've ordered several things from them in the past. Like I have the V3, I have an M.Turk Addy, different things. And so he wanted to do what was right for us. He said he would refund the money if he can't find a hybrid disc for us. But he did say he's going to go scour the warehouse, and he said I'm going to find you a hybrid disc to throw in. Now that does not mean that's going to be your experience. So if you're going to VapeAmp and you see those $45 V2s,
they do not have hybrid discs.
They do not have hybrid discs, and so you cannot use them with a regular RDA unless you plan to buy a Roughneck, which are fucking $90. Okay? Or you just...
Or someone said
you could go to Fast
Tech.
Tech.
Not sure.
I don't know for sure. Someone said you go to Fast Tech and the clones, the clone V2s have hybrid discs that will work. And I've also heard someone else said, one person, not confirming it, said that hybrid discs from things like the Cricket would work. I don't think that's true though. But then somebody just said that. So, but just be aware of that. That was our experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're running really long in the video here. Let's go ahead and do our blind taste test, and then we'll end the video.
Yes. Sounds good.
You want to go first, or should I go first?
You go first.
Okay.
I think I went first last time.
Yes, you did.
No, yeah, actually, I didn't, but you go first.
Okay, so this is the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I've never tried this before.
Nope.
Oh. Smells a little bit like candy almost. Definitely fruity. Made my stomach growl. Kind of tastes like apples. Like apples or pears.
It's definitely vapey.
It's definitely vaping. It's a fruit, right?
Yes, it's a fruit.
Like a peach, maybe?
No, not a peach.
Is it berries?
Nope. It's close to a peach.
It's like a pear.
Nope, not a pear. And
Is it
more to
apricot?
Yes.
And it does taste like apricot.
There's something else to it.
It's like an apricot. Tastes like an apricot fried pie is what it tastes like.
Close.
Well, that's my guess. Is apricot fried pie. That's what I would say if I didn't.
But you were very close.
Okay.
It's an apricot with frost, like a fluffy frosting on it, like a like whipped cream, like a fluffy whipped cream frosting, I guess.
It definitely tastes like dessert flavor. You can definitely tell
kind of like
that.
a parfait, probably.
Okay, you can definitely taste. You definitely taste the fruit.
You smell the fruit.
Yeah, and at first it smelled a little bit like apples to me. Then from apples, I was like, well, maybe it's a pear, maybe it's a peach. But then, as soon as I got past that and was like, okay, it's definitely not those things. You definitely can smell apricot and you can taste the apricot, and then it tastes a little bit like a pie, a little bit like maybe like some cinnamon or something. But it's a little bit creamy. So yeah, I would have definitely guessed like an apricot or an apple dessert flavor of some kind. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't too far off.
No.
All right.
That was kind of easy too. It only had two notes to it.
Okay, so yours is going to be also only 2 notes, but I think it's going to be a little trickier.
It's always tricky for me because I get like more stupid.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna like, this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah. I never like.
You always say "ooh."
Tastes burnt. I think it's dry.
I really doubt if it's dry. Let me see.
Yeah, it don't look dry, but it just tastes dry. Alright. I definitely taste the cream in it.
Yeah.
It smells like, I don't know. Honestly.
No clue at all. Okay, let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called Comb the Desert. We just got it tonight. It is a peanut butter and hazelnut yogurt.
I knew you were going to use that too, and I should have known.
So it's a tough, if you guys have ever had this, it is an extremely light flavor. There's not a ton of flavor saturation. I honestly don't think anyone could blind taste and guess this flavor.
Now, all you taste is cream. You should taste, you get a creamy to it.
Yeah.
And then,
it's more of a texture than a flavor, honestly. Yeah. It's a tough one.
I don't like that one either.
This is not a very popular flavor from the Schwartz, but it's my favorite because it's so light. So, thank you guys so much for watching the show again at home with PandaDoseVapes. And we just want to say happy holidays from our home to yours.
Yes.
And we hope you guys join us next week, and we'll have some more stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And more interesting blind taste tests. And
if you have any ideas of anything you would like to, any topics you would like to talk about on the show, always comment and let us know.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.